I definitely watched breaking at that time and was like, wow, this is unique. I really like this and stuff.
So the
And then
OSA guys, the
yeah, the
originality
OSA
schedule
guy.
on
Yep.
guys,
And
dope.
then there was a few other heads randomly peppered through like on that. But then as I got like as that style became like people came more, different, like abstract, I started to fall more into like the foundation and got more into like and then I got into like breaking like 2001, like at school, like I remember just being like, my homie Macario introduced me to his cousin Boy, and he was like, yeah, y'all should just kick. Y'all are at the same school. Y'all should just kick it and like learn how to break, so that way you ain't out there by yourself. And I was like, all right, cool. Those guys taught me how to break, and then I went to Scribble Jam that summer, and it was just like I got to be in, like I felt like I was in that tape I watched, and I was like, man, I don't ever want to stop this. I was like, it was like walked in and there was people in line having freestyle battle, excuse me, having freestyle battles. Every wall in that place was just getting blown out, like top to bottom, big pieces. Everybody had black books. There was breaking ciphers everywhere, music, stuff I never heard loud. It was just amazing. I was 15 and I told my mom I was going to stay a night at a friend's and I ended up in Cincinnati. There was like 12 of us in a hotel room in like a single bed hotel room.
Right. I remember the
12,
lifestyle, man.
12 of us in a van. I'm like, man, some of those things I'll never trade, man. I will
Right.
never trade those memories because those are some of the funnest things. Like having to call my mom from a payphone to tell her I'm in Cincinnati and her screaming on a phone and everyone seeing me from the balcony, laughing, being like, yo, you're gonna die when you get home. I'm like, whatever.
Hey
Hip
man, it
hop.
was worth it, right? You said I
I was
lived.
like, hip
Now it's
hop.
time to die.
And man, I got
Yo,
home. I didn't see anybody the rest of the summer, but I was like in my room the whole time, just like working on hand styles, like just looking at like vinyl because it was like I didn't have any vinyl, so like they were giving out like 45s and stuff like that. So I was just like enthralled by it, man, and it just took over. I just kept doing, life happened. I had my son, when I was 17, and I still stayed relevant in the scene, at least getting around, getting down and stuff, and then probably like mid 20s, I'd say early 20s. That's when I started like, kind of getting a little bit more understanding of like real foundation and my homie Smirrock from Mexico. He randomly landed out here. Dude showed up to an open practice with like his Technique 1200s. He's from what's it called? Battleholics.
oh yeah, I
And
think I've heard of them, Battleholics. Yeah.
yeah. And Cadetes del Toque. He's from them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So he's from them, and somehow he ended up in Michigan, and yeah, he ended up in Michigan and just kept like, excuse me, he ended up in Michigan and just like showed up at practice in like this all white drip, bro. Like he had on white shell toes, white jeans, a white freestyle session shirt, a white bucket hat. Walked in with like he had two of the crates with them, and he only spoke Spanish, and he was asking us to help him bring the crates upstairs so he could DJ for practice. And then he was DJing, and then he started getting down with us, and we were just like, holy shit! Like we had never, and so he showed me how to like that was the first person who started showing me how to like rock, like battle, like actually like how to time it with the music and not just throw burns randomly and stuff. Because this was 2008, 2009. So it wasn't as standard, it was mainly the like, especially up in the Midwest, it was mainly the Zulu guys who were rocking, so we had an understanding of it, but didn't know like necessarily like the like 1 2 shuffle shuffle drop. Like we had watched like a lot of like the Kenny tape to like that the Ken Swift double tape. So we had that and we watched that to like learn how to rock. So this dude started showing us all that. And then another dude a couple years later came up in the scene, Magi. He was from Philly originally, East Coast. And he came and he actually showed us like how to like specifically like me, how to like rock like jerks and burns and stuff and like actual like rock culture. So that was cool. And I started picking up on that. And then that influenced my whole breaking timing and things like that. And it's like I was a late bloomer, like, you know what I mean? Like I stayed around it because I loved watching battles. I still do. I've been injured for like 2.5 years. I'm just getting over it. The ACL meniscus thing. I was injured for 2 years and I couldn't get insurance, because America.
If you look at lists regarding which countries have the best healthcare system, you'll likely see Sweden, Denmark, Canada, Germany, Switzerland, Japan, the Netherlands, and Singapore somewhere on the lists. But how do they compile such lists? Well, taken into account is how much countries spend on healthcare, the quality of that healthcare, the availability of it, and of course, how effective it is in keeping the country's populace healthy. Another thing on the list is how much people might have to pay up front for the healthcare, if anything at all. This is one of the reasons you won't find the USA on these lists. With the American media often telling us being sick in the US can bankrupt a family.
And then, and then, and then I finally did. And so it's been a year since I've done that. So I'm just like getting able to do like CCs and do like basic hooks, like comfortably. So yeah, so I've been traveling the whole time though, going to battles. I was trying to remember what I was getting, the point I was getting to. But I've been still traveling, going to battles, watching stuff because I'm a fan of this, man. Like I love this. I love like seeing people's like hip hop. Like you got all the ones behind you and stuff like that and everything. And it's just like it's ever I go to different scenes, I learn their history. I talk to people, like I get people constantly telling me I'm the House of Detroit, and stuff like that. And then I met House, and then I started meeting people and understanding, oh, I get it. He's been around, he houses everybody literally. He like throws everything, organizes, teaches, stuff like that. And then it's, I love watching battles. Like I'll catch good, I know where people are going. I'm like, yo, I gotta go. Like I went to Destroy Toys and I couldn't get down still. Like I was dancing, topping, getting in the Cyphers, but I went to that Destroy Toys event and that was live. I went to Rock City finals. I entered all the Top Rock battles all summer, but
yeah. He's
Top
like, I
Rock
can do that.
I was like, boom, 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 boom. And so that was cool. But yeah, that's kind of like how I've like stayed involved even while I'm injured, come up, like, my little history of stuff and everything beyond like my school crew and stuff like that.
No, oh yeah, and we're gonna get into all that. Yeah. But real quick, so when you transition from, literally the basement breaking, right, into the actual competitive scene, what is the Detroit scene like at that time?
That was our freestyle session. That always felt like that. Like honestly, like City vs. City was like, holy crap, people from San Francisco are here. Oh my God, LA, K-Mel, like Natron, like it was just some of the battles we had seen that we were just like, wow, like that was
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Also, feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Beyond the Cypher. Let us know how we're doing down in the comment section, and to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace. Until the next episode.